Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be installing some side steps by Xomzema. These are a powder coated stainless steel and they just mount with 6 bolts into factory positions. So let's get them installed and check them out. A big thank you to Xomzema for providing the product for this video. These are a powder coated stainless steel and they come with 6 mounting brackets and all the hardware you need to get them installed. They're a tubular design with integrated footplates, one for the front door, one for the rear door. UPS did damage one of mine. I had to repair it myself. I had to sand it back and just put some bed liner on it. Before you get started, just make sure all the mounting hardware is accounted for. You put the lock washer on your bolt first, and then you put on the large washer. This is the driver's side step. Now the mounting bracket is the one closest to the front of the vehicle. The 2 tabs on top want to face towards the front of the vehicle. At this stage you want to just kind of hand tighten these bolts, as you're going to need to move them backwards and forwards when you start to mount it on the vehicle. In the middle of the driver's side step, you want to use the mounting bracket that has the tabs facing towards the rear of the vehicle. And again here, you just want to hand tighten these bolts. You are going to have to make some adjustments as you go through the installation process. And at the rear of the driver's side step, you want to use the mounting bracket that also has the tabs facing to the rear of the vehicle. Once again, just hand tighten these bolts. To reiterate, the rear bracket and the middle bracket have tabs that face the rear of the vehicle. The front bracket has tabs that face towards the front of the vehicle. I did install these on my own. I used a couple of upturned buckets to hold it in place as I bolted it down. The mounting points are easy to spot. Under the Bronco, I lifted up the step, rested it on the buckets, and that enabled me to put the bolts in the holes. Ideally, if you had some help, it would make it a lot easier, but you can do this on your own. And what I'm doing here is just going through and tightening down all of the bolts. That's a 16mm socket that I'm tightening them down with. There are only 6 bolts, 2 on each bracket. Now that you've got the side step attached to the vehicle, you can go back and tighten up the bolts and adjust the step forwards and backwards to make sure it's sat exactly where you want it to be. There's only 6 bolts that you need to tighten up, and you're using the 16mm socket again. Moving on to the passenger side step, you want to make sure that that middle bracket and the rear bracket, the tabs on top are facing the rear of the vehicle. The front bracket has the tabs on top facing towards the front of the vehicle. Here's a comparison of the outer bank steps and then these new Xomzema steps. You can see here that extra protection you get underneath the Bronco. That's something you don't get with the OEM steps. And in this shot you can see that they don't stick out too far. Here I'm just showing you how sturdy they are. I'm about 210 pounds, bouncing up and down here, and they barely move, no more than the OEM ones do. Well, these steps really surprised me. I liked how they looked off the Bronco, but I really like how they look now they're mounted up. I did have the OEM Outer Bank steps, but these offer more protection underneath. They have a tube underneath there, and they've got foot plates on top, one for the front door, one for the back door. I think they provide a really aggressive look to the Bronco, and certainly give a bit more of a rugged feel to it. If you like these steps, there's a link in the description below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, maybe subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.